Good Sunday morning, gang. Well, we apologize that we missed Thursday. We had to last minute cancel stream. For those who know, my wife has not been having the best of health for a fair amount of time now. And it was just one of those days that she was struggling mightily. I was having PTSD of emergency surgery a month ago. In the end, it just meant she went to bed earlier, and I had to go pick up the kid from work, which is about 45 minutes overall of a round trip. It was just going to be right smack dab in the middle of the stream. So I used that to my advantage and have added about 30 to 40 players into the draft pool during that time. Draft pool is coming near completion. We'll talk about that on the other side. It'll be a Spaghetti-O Surprise Sunday. For those of you who've not been here and don't know the reference, that's when Kamish gets to choose the game of the day, because for this particular instance, we were not able to secure a matchup by our GMs. And I think we got a good one for you between a couple of teams vying for mid-season playoff contention. Pretty good pitching matchup should also ensue today.
Let's go while we're young.
That's our intention. We still young, and we be going. Let's do it.
Welcome. Come in. Fresh victims for my ever-growing army of the undead.
Sir, you have to let go of the button.
Well, son of a bitch.
Well, some things we're just not good at. Getting our finger off buttons apparently isn't that. Evil intentions have been announced. Oh well. Welcome. It is the Fluffy Kitty Ninja Show. I am Kamish LB. This is the home of the eMLB universe. Yep. We're a one-trick pony around here. You don't come here for Fortnite. You don't come here for FIFA. Although that wouldn't be a bad idea because, I was watching Capcom play AFC Richmond yesterday, and it's just fun seeing Danny Rojas score, and you're like, football is life. That's all you want to do is just smile mightily and just say football is life. Right? Right, indeed. So, I am the Kamish. My friends will call me LB. My wife, well, she might call me things with four-letter words, but I try my best to not get in trouble on that. Although yesterday, not joining her on the 2+ hour trip to our son's hockey game where he played 5 minutes, got injured, didn't play very long.
Cats.
So,
I'm a kitty cat. And I dance, 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 and I dance, dance, dance. Cat. I'm a kitty cat. And I dance, 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 and I dance, dance, dance. Cat. I'm a kitty cat. And I dance, 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 and I dance, dance, dance. Cat. I'm a kitty cat. And I dance, 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 and I dance, dance, dance. Cat. I'm a kitty cat. And I dance, 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 and I dance, dance, dance.
Bueller. Harris Bueller. 18-month sub, tier 1. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. By the way, before we got ourselves underway here, apologies in advance. Grumpy old Brian, who wants you to get off of his lawn, decided one way he'll make that happen is dropping Optimus Prime on all of you. So, sincerely apologize. You are Saturday morning cartoon characters around here, so you got flattened like a pancake, but, you'll pop right back up. So if you haven't done so yet, just blow on your thumb. You'll be all fine and well. But again, thank you to Grumpy Old Brian for sending Optimus Prime on to you. That means he used his Amazon Prime around here. And, if you've got Amazon Prime, that means you've got Twitch Prime. You just, like the talking Twitch heads, you gotta connect them. So all you gotta do is hit that link if you did not know. Oh, I can sub to one streamer for free, 30 days at a time. So, you know, there's bazillion streamers out there. If you use it here, we say namaste. We appreciate that. Pull my finger. I have a gift. I wonder, what is that gift? It must be like opinions, you know. Opinions are like buttholes. Some are just crappier than others. Indeed, indeed. Well, as mentioned, my wife might be using 4-letter words for me today, but she deserves that right. She has to put up with me daily. You only have to put up with me when the live button's on. This means we ask you to be kind, rewind, don't be that guy, or else we're gonna sick the highly overpaid censor, which is the only reason Grumpy's here. He will be leaving immediately after Daffy makes his presence.
Watch your language, bud. We're on the air.
Yeah. Okay, we're ready. Daffy's done his thing, so that means we is off and we is running. We are halfway into today's stream, as we have a 4-day sim today. Yeah, if you're a regular, you're like, wait a minute, don't you normally do 7 days on Sundays? You're right. But I am stretching the process because I am tirelessly, and I kid you not, yesterday, with the exception of like after 7 o'clock, I was like, you know what? I'm done. I probably spent 8 hours just getting players into the file. So what am I doing that's taking 8 hours? I am adding players from the American League. Cannot get to the National League this year. You'd be waiting for probably 2 months. So the National League will be added next year, but players in the American League this season are being added to the file that are not in there. Real life players, that is. So we'll see a decent amount of players be added. Some will never pan out in anything. Some will be your future superstars that you'll watch here on our national broadcast game. Those will be combined with 1.0 players that are in the file. A very small smattering of Bacon's fictional rosters. That's another project in itself. And of course, you. Yes, Josh Jung has been in eMLB for an eternity. He has, in eMLB standards, he is all reliable 20-plus home run guy for the Los Angeles Angels, part of that beast offense in Angel Town. So yes, Jung is in the file already and doing just fine, that for sure. So where do I want to go with that? So again, the 1.0 players are in. Real life American leaguers that are not in the file are in, and you guys. So speaking of, I've been saying that this Wednesday is your deadline for getting your player in. I'm going to kick that can down the road because we did not have a stream on Thursday. Now make it next Sunday. So next Sunday, the 23rd, is your deadline for getting your player in. What do I mean by that? Well, here's a clue. If you haven't made a player yet, but if you write in the chat and notice you've got a ball of yarn next to your name, that means you got a gifted sub. That means you're eligible. That means you need to drop everything and you need to create your player now. That's the only way I can put it, because if you say, I'll get to it later, you're going to forget. Life gets in the way. Look at me. What did I have for breakfast? I don't know. I just ate just before I went online. There you go. So that's how life is. Make it a focus of yours if you want us to tell your story. We're a perpetual universe. I've been doing this for 22 years. I wish Twitch existed 22 years ago, because where would we be 22 years later? But here we are, Twitch partners now. Thanks all to you guys and your continued support of just being around and saying, hey, this is fun. So let's spend a little time doing that. Time is a very important luxury around here, and we appreciate yours being a part of it. So have a player, 2 players is like having 2 wives. Way too much work involved in that. Sounds like a man with experience in that category. I've had 2 wives. Not at the same time, thank God. Didn't like the first one much, so that's why there's another. That's another story. Anyway, so we are halfway through today's sim. As a reminder, your 1.0 player is required, your 1.0 player, your community created player, if you're looking to make a player, is required to be in by next Sunday. So that means anybody. If you already have a player in this draft, this isn't for you. You've already done your part. You're not allowed another. If you have other players, you have a player from a prior draft and you're like, I wouldn't mind having a second player that I could follow and tell a different story. Maybe have the prima donna Jack Parkman-like guy from Major League 2. No one's made Jack Parkman yet, just as a point of reference. Someone will at some point, but not yet. So maybe that part's being played by Ed Brown at this point. No, I'm kidding, Tim. Hi, Tim. So you can have up to 5 players in the universe overall. You can only have 1 per draft. If you have more information, just ask. But time is running out. We've got plenty more players to still add, but I'd really prefer to add you guys, so that gives you some vested interest and at least a particular target to watch on a regular basis. That's it. Let's see where we are halfway through this sim so far. Orioles continue to hold serve against the Red Sox, and both have won their first 2 of this sim series. Orioles remain 2 games in hand, both are 37-game winners so far, but the Orioles still with 2 more games in hand, which gives them the 1-game lead over the Red Sox to this point. Don't count the Yankees out. They are trying to make a push 4.5 back, but still 1 game under 500 to this point. The Twins are 5-game winners in a row here, 7 of their last 10, to give them just a little extra breathing room against the Tribe. 4.5 game lead there in the AL Central, and out in the very boisterously busy AL West, you've got the Astros 4-game leaders over the Angels, with the Mariners 3 games further back. How can it be 11 games over 500 and still 7 games back? Well, just be in the AL West. Good news, though, both of those teams, the Mariners and the Angels, are your current wild card leaders, with a 2.5 game lead over both the Red Sox and the Indians. In the National League East, you've got, you know what? Forgot, I didn't turn off the TV. I don't need to watch Premier League football anymore. Yes, in the mornings I watch Premier League, and no, I don't have any favorite team. I'm weird like that. Never chosen one. Phillies, 7 games over 500 to this point. They are now 3 games ahead of the Nationals. Braves have won 3 in a row. They are trying to make a charge. They are still 11 games under 500. Rest of the division, of course, has been struggling mightily. Marlins find themselves 9.5 back of the Phils, and the Mets 25-42. Don't think that's where they expected themselves. Hottest team of the moment is your Chicago Cubs. They have won 9 of their last 10. They are almost 20 games over 500. They are now 7.5 games ahead of the Brewers. That is the most comfortable lead in any of the divisions to this point. Nope, don't take your foot off the gas. We still got more than half the season left. But for Jake Randolph and the Cubs, they are looking pretty good so far here. Cardinals and Reds are right near 500. Pirates, again, still trying to make a measure of coming back. They have lost their last 3. Has been a pretty streaky season for the Pirates, to put it mildly. In the West today, the Padres have passed the Giants here over the last 10. They have a 1-game lead coming into the second half of this sim. Remember, 2 days are being simmed here. We will watch some Saturday action here. Today's game will be the Padres taking on the Milwaukee Brewers from AmFam Clubhouse. Should be a good one. We don't get to see these teams very often, so we'll take a peek at them shortly. Diamondbacks are at 500 in the division, with the Giants 1 game back on the Pods. Don't count the Dodgers out ever. 3 games, they've lost their last 3. They are a game under 500. We'll continue to monitor how that division goes. So let's look at what our action is for the day. Again, we're going to watch some Saturday action here. Out in Toronto, you're going to have the White Sox taking on the Blue Jays. Donovan Graves is a 1.0 player. He'll take on Omar Fernandez, the former Oriole. Fernandez is 3-5 with a 4.36 ERA. This one will be at the Rogers Center north of the border. Game should probably be completed by the time we get to our game of the day. Interleague action, the Cardinals will be in Baltimore to take on the Orioles at Camden Yards. Tanner Burns expected to be on the hill taking on Travis McGregor. McGregor 2-4 on the season. He'll be making his Orioles debut after being traded for a buck. Yep, that's the standard we're now setting around here. Still don't like it, but I couldn't find fault with it considering all the steps taken prior to move McGregor. So Orioles basically get McGregor for a song. He will make his debut today, and we'll see if that song turns into like Stairway to Heaven. Yankees will take on the Athletics today. Bob Thomas to the hill, taking on Frankie Montas, each with mid-4 ERAs to this point. That one's at the Coliseum at 4:05 today. Tigers will be hosting the Rays. Yanson Guerrero will take on the lefty Framber Valdez. Valdez 4-2, ERA just under 4. That one's at Comerica Park, also at 4:10 this afternoon. Astros will have the Red Sox in town at the Juice. Couple of guys who've not lost yet. Well, that's because Bob Tyler just started off his career. He's 1-0 with a 4.41 ERA. He's a pretty respectable 1.0 pitcher. Won't call him a legend, though, but he had a decent career on teams that never did very well. Forrest Whitley, though, 3-0, 4.45 ERA. Astros come into this game 25 games over 500, 15 games over 500 at home. The Rangers will take on the Mariners. Mariners expected to send Ryan Shaw. He's a community credit player of Orbit 1717. Orbit, where the hell are you? I haven't found you anywhere, so I assume you've moved on to greater pastures. Who knows? But Shaw, 3-5, 4.91. The lefty Anthony Kay, the spectacled wonder. Anthony Kay, 6-6. ERA, also almost near 6. He'll want to turn that around. That's a Globe Life Field battle at 8:10 tonight. Angels will have the Royals in town at 8:15. Shulashawn Clisby looking for win number 11 on the year against one loss. ERA, very impressive, 2.27 to this point. Trevor McDonald expected to get the ball for the Royals in this one. Twins hosting the Indians in an AL Central battle. Whip Sentner, acquired from the Pirates, will be taking the ball against Brewster Gratterall. Gratterall 4-3, 3.73 ERA. Hey, Tranquil. In the National League this afternoon, the Rockies hosting the Giants at Coors Field. The knuckleball Ethan Candela, 11-2 on the season against Ryan Feltner. Feltner 1-7, ERA just under 7. Again, he plays at Coors, but that will be an interesting one. We'll see if the scores are high or if the knuckleball can stay in the park. Yes, oof, says Mike. Diamondbacks will take on the Phillies today. Jimmy Hernandez is 1-5 this season. I think that's a sophomore year for him. Yes, it is. Don't know if I'd call it a sophomore slump, as his ERA is about a run higher, but 1-5 so far for the Diamondbacks. They'll take on the first place Phillies. Clay Holmes doing pretty good on that transition from closer last season with the Royals to starter with the Phils. 3-4, 3.78 ERA. Mets will have the Nationals in town. Ty Madden is looking for his 8th consecutive win against no defeats. Mason Englert would just like to get his first win under him. 0-2 with a 4.5 ERA in just 12 innings of work. That one will be at 4:10 at Citi Field. This is our game of the day. We'll come back to this one in a moment. Moving on to the Great American Ballpark, where the Reds will be taking on the Dodgers. Freddie Peralta, the strikeout king himself, 6-2, 4.82 ERA. He'll do battle against Lance McCullers. Colors is 6-4 this season, and just a tick below 420. Smoke them if you got them. And no, I don't. Marlins will take on the Braves. Cody Bolton, the more passive Cody Bolton from the past Cody Bolton we've watched, take on Ian Anderson. Bolton no record this year. Anderson's 3-4 with a 6 ERA. That one is at Truist Field, 6:05 tonight. Final game on the schedule for Saturday behind the big old noggin of the commish. Pirates will take on the Cubs. The knuckleballer Steve Randolph, because everybody's a knuckleballer in community creative player land. Originality, people. Taking on Cody Koshin. Hey, he's a two-way player. That's original. It's more original than the knuckleballers everybody keeps creating. 2-4 with a 4.82 ERA. Realism. Immersion. All that good stuff. Anyway, I'm just picking on people. Can't do a Chara emote while I'm talking, can I? Not mine commish or mine commish. What? Who? Huh? Where? Huh? Oh. Don't have to get defensive, guys. You don't have to validate. I'm just playing. But certain people have created the reason why we have certain rules in place. Like, you can't do a screwball and a knuckleball at the same time. Jake. I was like, wait a minute. I can feel this pattern coming. Gotta kick that one in the you-know-what's right away, because otherwise then we're going to have 30, 80, 80 players that are knuckleball, screwball specialists. And I'm like, that ain't cool, to quote Carlito. All right, let's get to some baseball and get back in focus, shall we? All right, I'm going to remove myself because even though this is SpaghettiO Surprise Sunday, which means this game is not going to be managed. Yeah, it's not going to be managed. It's not a tumor. It's not. Before we look deep into this, let's show you the bullpens so you can factor that into your betting. Yeah, the lineups would suggest heavily in favor of San Diego, but don't count your chickens until they hatch, or some silly reference like that. Oh, by the way, maybe we will get to see Jenkins. Jenkins has kind of lost his spot as a regular since becoming Rookie of the Year for the National League back in 2023. Community Creative Player of Respawn TV has been hitting around 300, so he has made it count when he has had to play today, but he will not get the start in this one. Just got to have an excuse to hit the button. Immersion the commish wants. So that means chat needs to drink a lot of beer and chat things that the players all match, correct? Yes. And come up with all kinds of awesome heckles. Like my favorite heckle of all time, when I was in my either late teens or early 20s. I forget exactly where I was, but I was 2 rows away from Tim Salmon and JT Snow. And some guy nearby yells, "Hey JT, you're in the majors now, buy a first name." He's not wrong. Here's your bullpen situation for today, so you can factor that into your betting. I don't think Sadier is here. I think this is his day that he could not cover. So if somebody would be so kind as to cover bets on behalf of Sadier, who is not in chat today. He is out of town. I am aware of that. So I just want to remind, if somebody can step it up and do the bets for me, that would be good. Thank you, Minerva. Appreciate it. We'll start looking at the bullpen for the Padres. Aaron Ashby, the lefty, last pitching a few days ago, back on the 17th inning of work. 1 hit, 3 strikeouts, 26 appearances this year. I'd say he really has turned it around from what we saw from him in Cleveland. The lefty from Kansas City, Missouri, might be a bullpen guy these days, but he has been very effective when called upon by the management. Mike Kretschmann. Kretsch, the 27-year-old from New York, pitching 2 innings of work in yesterday's game where he got the victory against the Brewers. in a 6-5 ball game. He walked just one batter while giving the Padres the way of the win. 2-1 on the year with a 3 ERA. Good start for the 27-year-old left-handed rookie. Jose Marte, 5th season in the majors. Pretty steady Eddie for him. No longer in that starter's role. Really effective in this relief role that he's been working. Whip is under 1. The strikeouts have gone up more than 50%. 8.1 to 12.3 on the strikeout per 9K ratio. Marte really has started to adjust to this. Just turned 30 last week, so we'll see if his 30s will continue to dictate like this. Michel Miliano, 26-year-old from the Dominican, last seen yesterday. 2/3 of an inning, 1 strikeout. Got the save, and that is 9th on the year. That's a career high for him. He's had saves in each of the last 4 seasons for him. His whip is impressive at a .9 to this point. He's keeping the hits down. It's the walks that are still a little bit of a challenge for him. Miliano probably might get the day off, but we'll see if he could be available today. Francisco Morales, the 26-year-old from Venezuela, gave up a couple of runs and didn't get anybody out in the 5-3 loss against the Reds back on the 17th. Took his 3rd loss on the year. His ERA is going down like a 7.27. You never want that to happen, though. Another former starter who had pitched 3 consecutive seasons as a starter for the Padres. He's kind of relegated now to the pen of recent after getting called back up. Roberto Osuna, the 31-year-old veteran, 4th season with the Padres here. Kind of had a better year than last. This year, a little bit of a pullback, though. It's kind of having on and off types of performances throughout the season. If we look at the positives, though, the whip has been in the right direction, at least in improvement. It's more than half a point better than it was in 2024. Finally, Yasel Sierra. Been a busy guy. 3 out of 5 contests here in the last week, including an inning and a 3rd in yesterday's game, allowing a hit and 2 walks. Sierra could be available today. 42 innings of work with 48 strikeouts to this point. We'll see if the Cuban is going to be called on here at all in today's game. So there's your bullpen situation for the Padres. Let's go over to the Milwaukee lineup. Walker Buehler will get the start today. The 31-year-old still recovering from a torn tendon in his elbow, a torn flexor tendon to be exact. He's about a year removed from that having taken place last season, where it cost him the rest of the year. Bullpen for the Brewers looking a little healthier. Luke Jackson blew a save back on the 18th, allowing a hit and a walk. Could not get the batters out, or could not keep the runners on base that he inherited. Nonetheless, he is still pitching very adequate for 34-year-old former longtime Brave. Spent a cup of coffee season with the Orioles as well in the trade, now with the Brewers. Giancarlo Laris, former Orioles starter, now trying to stay in the rotation. Well, you see how that's gone. ERA 6.26 in 23 innings of work. Hasn't pitched terrible, but hasn't pitched well enough to maintain the spot. The Puerto Rican is now in the bullpen. Young 25-year-old who'll just be allowed to bring it that much harder now in that spot. Roberto Pena, the 27-year-old, just had a birthday. Everyone now has a former Oriole, Indian, or Royal now. Hey, are you trying to say something? Gotta trade, gotta trade, gotta trade! By the way, hi Minerva, hi Brendan, and shout out to Xavier. Two and 1 record for Pena so far this year, mid-5 ERA for the rookie. Whip at a 1.66. His biggest challenge, which wasn't seen as bad as it is here, is the walks. He's walking more than 4 batters every 9 innings he pitches. They believe he can do better than that. Well, Jason Hillman, hello, sir. Thank you for dropping Jedi Cats in the chat. And I see gifted subs going to NC Pirate, Old and Slow, Z-Dubs. Z-Dubs was one of the original 1.0 GMs. He hangs around in the chat. But I will make a note, he does have a player coming up in this draft. Pirate as well. If you just received a gifted sub and you're not a regular around here, Real Teddy O, Matt and Calm as examples, you have been invited to create a player. WTF, a gifted sub. Indeed. Robbie Ray, now 34-year-old from Brentwood, Tennessee. Kind of lost his spot in the rotation last year. He got one crack at it this season, but 35 appearances have all been in short relief. The whip has not improved any better, although his strikeout ratio has gotten better. There's still rumblings he's not thrilled about this role, but in the end, he still makes $11.5 million this year, and he has an option on next year. Maybe the Brewers are hoping to make him so sad that he will just say, screw it, and I'm leaving. Who knows? Sean Reed Foley. Foley recently moved to the bullpen as well. ERA about a 1.5 higher than his run in Texas. He had an impressive 13-6 season last year with the Rangers, 3.93 ERA in that stint, but his whip is noticeably higher this season. Pretty much, please leave, says Jason.
Cat, I'm a kitty cat, and I dance, 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 and I dance, dance, dance. Cat, I'm a kitty cat, and I dance, 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 and I dance, dance, dance. Cat, I'm a kitty cat, and I dance, 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 and I dance, dance, dance. Cat, I'm a kitty cat, and I dance, 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 and I dance, dance, dance. Cat, I'm a kitty cat, and I dance, 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 and I dance, dance, dance.
Sad Sunday every Dodgers, Braves, Mets fan. Might as well go for the sweep. Go Guardians.
Thank you, EVC, for dropping in. Fellow Out of the Park streamer affiliate who does an amazing job with his 70s theme teams. Appreciate the gifted sub. So EVC is in NYC, but here EVC is in MIA, and he will get a boosted sub. I'd install heated seats for that salary. Yes. I'd also, have the toilet and the beer holder and the fridge and the PlayStation also attached to it, all at that price. Right? Got it. Don't have to go anywhere. Time for Sherf and Turf. Jimmy Sherfy, 34-year-old from California. Spent a couple of years with the Royals, now here with the Brewers. Well, PC Master Race, obviously. What do you think we're on right now? But can't have a PC when you're at the game, right? Because they won't let you do Out of the Park at the same time. We're hoping to fix that soon. We're still running into a problem that I am 100% convinced is my server. So I'm planning to switch the servers. Just didn't get to finalize that this week. And upon that, that should fix everything so that people can do a quick join code. Meanwhile, EBC, if you really want access to the file, you're still welcome. Go into my server on Discord and look in the how-to section, eMLB Basics. You'll see up there a link to an eMLB.zip file, which is basically where the manual location is of it. Somehow, some way, Out of the Park suddenly doesn't work on the FTP protocol, and my tech support excuse me for a moment. I'm having a moment thinking of these people who call themselves trained specialists. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Sherfy, mid-5 ERA in his first 23 innings of work as a member of the Brewers, got the victory back on the 18th against the Cardinals in a 5-4 victory. He still gave up a home run, but boy, he did his best to try to work around that as he struck out 4 in that instance. You cannot bet Expos 8 yet. Tranquil. Get out of here with that. Render Suarez, the 26-year-old from Venezuela, 2-2 on the year, upper 5 ERA, 2.5 runs higher than his 33 starts last season. They are looking for Suarez to return to form. To this point, he finds himself now in the bullpen, 53 2/3 innings of work to this point. Oh dang, the game hasn't even started yet. What game? This game? Your game? Finally, Steve Parkinson, just turned 24 years old, Stockton, California right-hander, 3 perfect innings of work back on the 18th against the Cardinals. Struck out 3 on that instance. 41 saves last year. Not far off on the pace. He's got 16 to this point. All the metrics are suggesting Parkinson is just improving. Good sign for the Brewers. There's your bullpen situation. It's partly cloudy here in Milwaukee. The roof is open, blowing out to left at 11 miles an hour. Factor that into your bets, please and thank you. Here's the betting process. Minerva will be in the role of taking your bets today. So here's how the bets work. Hold on. Pug's having a passive-aggressive moment in the chat. Hi, Pug. Miami will lose again there. That is my bet. Wonder if Pug's going to sign an extension. He can't talk extension until he's 3 years service time anyway, so. Whack, whack, whack. Tonight, or here's how the bets work. If you bet between now and the end of the first inning, by the way, if you can hear my voice, you can bet. You bet between now and the end of the first. Do you get a say? Of course you get a say in the matter, but you can't say anything until 3 years anyway. So if they approach you and say they want to extend you, once you have 3 years of service time, you can say yay or nay. Until then, no, not much. You just influence your player as you choose. Or, again, in your case, if you're thinking of creating another player, now's the time, because time is almost up before the draft is ready. So again, if you're looking to make a player for this draft, get her going, because next Sunday is the absolute hard deadline. So again, bets between now and the end of the first inning. You pick the right team at the end of the day, you're going to win 75 balls of yarn. Second inning bets still can win, but they only earn 50 balls of yarn. Your last chance to bet today is going to be before the third out of the bottom of the third inning, where you will win 25 balls of yarn. But please, please, please note, at any time you put in a bet and you pick the wrong side, it'll cost you 25 balls of yarn. Now, I forgot to mention that number you see people putting in for bets. If you're new to us, that number is how many runs is the winning team gonna score. It doesn't care which team you pick. It just cares what number you choose, and is that the final score of the winning team today. It's not how many runs they win by. It's not how many total runs are in the game. It's winning runs scored by the winning team. That number doesn't care if you pick the right team or not. If you nail it, you get 50 balls of yarn as a bonus. So even if you pick the wrong team where you lose 25, nailing the number Get You 50 is still winner, Fluffy Kitty Ninja dinner. And no, you don't get extra bonus if you say how many innings an extra inning game will go. But nice try, Pug. Here's your starting lineups for today's eMLB Game of the Day, powered by the Out of the Park Baseball 23 engine. Commish will be fueled today by Starbucks Cafe Verona Italian Sweet Cream, and the refresh at the break will have Bailey's Irish Cream. I am not calling a 14-inning game today. My son has hockey at 2 o'clock. I assure you that's where I will be at 2 o'clock. Of course, you're watching this game live on Fluffy Kitty Ninjas or on YouTube. Yes, we're on YouTube. We really have stalled. Yes, we've stalled with our subscribers. Kind of bummed about that. I was hoping that we would at least be twice as big as we are now, and we're not. Not sure what the motivation is for people not to hit the subscribe button to something that's free, that just keeps you posted on when amazing content by our podcasters. See, I'm trying to make sure that our podcasters don't lose their interest and that they feel like there's a growing audience to entertain. So if I could implore you, if you love eMLB enough that you're here, please be kind, hit the link. It doesn't cost you a dime. I wouldn't be saying this otherwise. Vous êtes bienvenue, matin. No, I don't speak a massive amount of French, and no, I'm not going to do it. Here is your starting lineup for the San Diego Padres. Come into this one having won 15 of their last 20 games. A lot of trades have taken place on this roster. You'll see it in this lineup as we get started. Leading off, it's the uniqueness of eMLB. The 1-2 punch of the Kim family, the brother-sister combination. Leading off with the Queen of Diamonds herself, Una Kim. She'll be in center field today. 7-game on-base streak, hitting .317 in the month of June. The Queen of Diamonds will lead off in center field. Her big brother, Asher, the former #1 overall selection, 23-year-old from Irvine, California. Wait a minute. Was he? Mixing. No, I've got a different person in mind. I'm thinking Buster Blue. Sorry. Asher Kim was a 3rd-round selection by the Padres. The shortstop, 7-game hitting streak where he's hitting .485 with 2 home runs and 16 RBI in his last 7 games. Boy, if you've been on base and Asher's up, you are being driven in. Fernando Tatis Jr., now 27 years old, 1 homer shy of 200 in his career. 4-game hitting streak coming into this one. He'll be at 3rd today. That is your eMLB game matchup of the day. Walker Buehler against Fernando Tatis. Can Tatis solve him? 1 for 21 in his career with 1 home run. Franmil Reyes will be in right field, batting 4th, the all-time home run hitter in San Diego history. Has a 19-game on-base streak coming into this one. Newly acquired Shamar Hosky, the 26-year-old, hitting .290 since he joined the Padres. He'll be the DH today, batting 5th. Matt Wallner, have suitcase, will travel. 3 straight seasons, Matt Wallner has been traded. Finds himself a member of the Padres now, hitting just .174. The power has been absent, but remember, Petco Park, not the friendliest to left-handed hitters. He is 3 for 6 with 2 homers in his career against Walker Buehler. Wallner batting 6th over at 1st. Marco Luciano is your second baseman today. 8-game on-base streak for him. He'll bat 7th over at 2nd. Jesus Sanchez, 10-game hitting streak, hitting .393 in the month of June. Will bat 8th and be in left field. Allison Quintero, with a 6-game hitting streak himself, the Venezuelan catcher, will bat 9th today. Connor Siebold, acquired from Baltimore earlier this year, the 30-year-old from Newport Beach, makes his 13th start on the year, 7-2, 3.97 ERA. So far with San Diego, he's 2-1 with a 2.7 ERA. For the Brewers, leading off the speedy Bryce Turang will lead off over its second 7-game hitting streak for him. Akil Baddoo has 5 home runs at home so far this season. The center fielder will bat second in front of community-created player Darius McKenzie. D-Mac, 23-year-old, has a 4-game hitting streak but has struggled this month, 176 average in 68 at-bats. He'll be the shortstop batting third. Christian Yelich, 14 years in the majors, 4th all-time home run hitter in Milwaukee history with 221 career home runs. He is not far away from getting to 300 total. Remember, he played in Miami for a bit too. He's got a 6-game hitting streak. Coming into this one, he'll be in left field, batting cleanup. Nolan Arenado leads the National League in home runs, 2 home runs away from 500 in his career. 498 entering this one. He is 59th all-time in RBI as well, 2 RBI away from tying Billy Williams and Honus Wagner. Excuse me. He'll bat 5th over at 3rd. Russell Burke, the rookie, a 1.0 player from Charlton, Massachusetts, hitting 400 this month of June, has a 17-game on-base streak coming into this one. He'll bat 6th and is your DH today. Yes, universal DH rules in effect here at eMLB. 1 second. The frog is trying to take over. Mike Ciani is your right fielder today, batting 7th. Hitting 350 in this month of June. Wander Javier behind him. Javier's like the number 8 spot in 47 at-bats. He's hitting 319 in that role. He'll be the first baseman today.
We would be honored if you would join us.
C. Gennaro, thank you very much for hitting the follow. Welcome to Fluffy Kitty Ninjas. Johnny Stewart, another 1.0 rookie from Connorsville, Indiana. Thrown out 33% of the runners he's faced this year. He can hit the long ball, if he can hit the ball at all. Just 185 coming into this one. He'll be the catcher batting 9th for Walker Buehler. 31-year-old from Lexington, Kentucky will make his 15th start on the year. 7 strikeouts away from 1,200 in his career. We'll see if he gets there.
And I dance, 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 and I dance, dance, dance. Cat, I'm a kitty cat. And I dance, 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 and I dance, dance, dance. Cat, I'm a kitty cat. And I dance, 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 and I dance, dance, dance. Cat, I'm a kitty cat. And I dance, 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 and I dance, dance, dance. Cat, I'm a kitty cat. And I dance, 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 and I dance, dance, dance.
Well, Grumpy, thank you very much for the hospitality to C. Gennaro. And C. Gennaro, welcome. And for you, C. Gennaro, you've been invited to create a player in the eMLB universe. Our draft is literally right around the corner. It is now or never. If you want your player, you want us to tell your story like we'll be telling the story of Darius McKenzie and the Kim family, the brother-sister combination. Those are examples of community-created players that you can have be in those roles, and we can tell your story for years to come. We mean it. I'm stubborn. I've been doing this for 22 years. Again, Walker Buehler, 7 strikeouts away from 1,200 in his career. Roughly 1 year removed from having the torn flexor in his tendon, where he lost most of last season. He's looking pretty good to this point since coming off. You created a player, but you don't remember his name. You sure, Bailey? Aha! You did. Bailey? You need Emile Lavalette. Yes. He is supposed to be as French-Canadian as I am. Throw me down the stairs, my shoes. I owe you an apology, Emile. Somehow, some way, I missed your template, but I've got it now. I will get that added to the universe. So I will take care of it and I will circle back with you later. But I owe you an apology. You made yours early this draft cycle. You're still in the same draft. You have a player there, you. I put a big old circle around your name so that won't be missed. Yay! Extra players. Love it. All right. I'll write the name, or you know what? I'll ping you. I just pinged you on Discord, so you'll see your information with me. All right. Now that I'm back and feeling a little sheepish because Bailey, sent me the info and Kamish got busy. So all together now on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
You idiot.
Pretty much. You know what, Anju? I have and I haven't at the same time. I need to look at things much more closely, What's the downside of ADHD? Let's ride bikes. All right. He actually deserves a boost for that. Scribbles down the name. Oh, look at Hebrew trying to help people along or particularly target players for his organization. Anyway, let's get to American Family Fieldhouse for today's game of the day. Good Sunday morning again to all of you. Welcome to the eMLB Game of the Day. We'll be broadcasting here from American Family Fieldhouse, where the roof is open for today, as we'll watch the Padres taking on the Milwaukee Brewers in this one. Brewers are 7 games over 500 since their slow April. Both of these teams have some of the top offenses in the major leagues. The Padres come into this one also with top 5 pitching stats to this point. For today's game, let's look at the defensive alignment in this one. Christian Yelich, the Gold Glove winner, is in left field. Akil Baddoo is your center fielder, and Mike Ciani is in right field. Nolan Arenado, another Gold Glove specialist, over at third. Darius McKenzie is your shortstop. Bryce Turang is at second, and Wander Javier is over at first. Our scouting department has found positive returns on supporting potential CCPs. Yes. Yes, that's true. Just look at Bobby Orr to this point. Johnny Stewart is the rookie catcher behind the dish today. And on the hill, the 31-year-old, 10-year veteran from Lexington, Kentucky, it is
Cat.
Ferris Bueller.
Cat. I'm a kitty cat. And I dance, 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 and I dance, dance, dance. Cat. I'm a kitty cat. And I dance, 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 and I dance, dance, dance. Cat. I'm a kitty cat. And I dance, 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 and I dance, dance, dance. Cat. I'm a kitty cat.
Well, I know Schmidt fan has a player because he made a Schmidt clone, if I remember right. Right? I'm thinking of right people, right? Yep. Mike Schmidt Jr. created his player, and he is in this draft pool. That, again, the pool is coming really soon. So thank you again, Grumpy, for your kindness and getting another half boost over to Schmidt fan. He'll appreciate that as he tries to get Mike Schmidt Jr. There's another target for Hebrew, a son of a former Philly. There you go. As we were saying, Walker Buehler on the hill, the 31-year-old from Lexington, Kentucky, 10-year veteran. He's going to make his 15th start on the year. He's 7-3, 3.66 ERA to this point. 71 1/3 innings of work, giving up 64 hits, 29 runs. He's allowed 10 homers while walking 23, and he has been tough with the strikeouts as he struck out 88 to this point this
and I dance, 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 and I dance, dance, dance. Cat. I'm a kitty cat. And I dance, 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 and I dance, dance, dance. Cat. I'm a kitty cat. And I dance, 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 and I dance, dance, dance. Cat. I'm a kitty cat. And I dance, 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 and I dance, dance, dance. Cat. I'm a kitty cat. And I dance, 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 and I dance, dance, dance.
Sean Paxlayer says, that's some mean mugging. I think I'll gift that. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate that. And also, congratulations to Mean Mugging. In case you want to create a player, you just were given the cue to do so. Again, cannot emphasize this enough. You've got until next Sunday If you really want to make a player and let us tell your story for years to come,
I'm a kitty cat.
there's your
and
time.
I dance, and I dance. Cat. I'm a kitty cat. And I dance, and I dance. Cat. I'm a kitty cat. And I dance, and I dance. Cat. I'm a kitty cat. And I dance, and I dance. Cat. I'm a kitty cat. And I dance, and I dance.
Well, Grumpy says Eazy-E needed a gifted sub as well. That's the man behind Vincent Vega. Vega just got traded recently, and I think that's going to be a plus for him. And Eazy-E going to get another boost. Pittsburgh, right? If I'm not mixing my players up there for Eazy-E. Again, Mean Mugging, you are welcome. And don't forget, let's get you to make a player so we can tell your story, hopefully for years to come. Thank you for setting that out, Sean Paxley. Bueller, the 5-pitch specialist, throwing a fastball, slider, changeup, cutter, and a curveball. I wanted to pull up what opponents are hitting against them. 228 this year, which is right around his career average. Again, he is a former first-round draft pick by the Dodgers in 2015 from Vanderbilt University. Bueller is ready to go. Let's get this one started. The Queen of Diamonds herself, Yuna Kim, coming into the box. Yuna, the 21-year-old from Seattle, Washington. Former 26th overall selection in 2024 out of Washington State. Hitting .293 on the year with 11 home runs and 22 RBIs. She has shown that she can keep up with the boys. Again, this is a non-managed game. This is a traditional online league. Normally my GMs are managing this game and I'm looking to the right and doing what they want. We know Jason Hillman's here in attendance. He is your Milwaukee GM. He is also one of the few that are 1.0ers from the start, meaning Jason was one of the original 30 GMs that we had in the league. He's still here 22 years later. Thank you, Jason. Steve Kim was one of the first replacement GMs that we had. He came in not long afterwards, within the first 6 months. So again, these guys are as close to OG eMLB as you can get in this matchup today. They might not be officially here or they'll be lurking. They're not managing today. This is the AI making the decisions, but we're still here to tell the story. So with that said,
I'm a kitty cat. And I dance, and I
we have a lot of
Cat.
dancing
I'm a
kitty cats today.
And I dance, and I dance. Cat. I'm a kitty cat. And I dance, and I dance. Cat. I'm a kitty cat. And I dance, and I dance. Cat. I'm a kitty cat. And I dance, and I dance.
Tranquil, thank you, sir.
We are eMLB, eMLB, COLBWUT. We are eMLB, eMLB, COLBWUT. We are eMLB, eMLB, COLBWUT. We are eMLB, eMLB,
I'm just going.
COFKNSAX, eMLB, COF.
1-2 pitch. Cheers. He broke the bot again. It's a 1-2 pitch. We go right to the result when no one's on. Even though we're not managed today, we'll still go pitch by pitch because we'll do this a little more fluidly. Stream is done by 1:30 no matter what. 1-2 pitch to Yuna. It's going to be lifted to left center field. This one's going to trail away and get down as Badu goes after it. Yuna is going to take the corner and quickly book over to second as Badu will throw it in. We'll start this game off with a leadoff double for the Queen of Diamonds. 14th double on the season for Yuna. And just like that, we got a runner aboard, and here comes Big Brother Asher. Asher, third round selection back in 2022. Also played his ball at Washington. .325 average this year with 13 home runs and 48 runs batted in. In his last 7 games, he has 16 RBI. If you're on base, you're being hit in. Ah, yeah, those cards were pretty cool. I got to catch a decent portion of the stream, but those cards are pretty cool. And the streamer talking about them is even cooler. It's just too bad there's not a spot, you know, where you can like use channel points and get into talking Valley Girl about those cards. That would be even cooler must-watch TV. First pitch to Asher, swung on and slapped foul, 0-1. Just underway here at AmFam Clubhouse. The 0-1 pitch is going to miss away with the fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike. One of the only ones who makes a 2022 theme team. The 1-1. He's going to get under that one and pop it lazily right side where Wander Javier will call for waving off to Rang. He will make the catch. Yuna stays stuck at second for the first out. 1 out now. Here comes the enigmatic and controversial Fernando Tatis Jr. 27-year-old Dominican enters play, hitting .262 this year, 12 home runs, 28 runs batted in. Do we still need pitch by pitch with no GM? No. Okay. I'll go faster. You got a point. You got a point. I was going to try to fill in some holes, but you got a point. Big bully. Hi, Andrew. No, I should do it this way. Time matters today, but won't be able to rate an affiliate after. We don't have points. We have balls of yarn. Yes. And you don't even have channel points. You have hairballs. So look at Andrew being all dirty. Hey, it's church Sunday, Andrew.
That's what she said.
All right, we'll go right to the result. He's got a point. We'll make this a little quicker this way. First pitch, well, look at that. This one's going to be a wild one and elude Stewart as it goes to the backstop. Yuna is going to scoot down to third on the play. There's a freebie offered up by Bueller as he threw that one wide. Who's on Andrew's account this morning? Must be Cody. Yeah, everyone's like, who took over Andrew's Twitter? The Church of eMLB. Yes, the 1-1 pitch grounded up the middle. Easy play there for McKenzie. No choice but to go to first. Tatis will be thrown out, but Yuna Kim is going to score. That's going to give Tatis his 29th RBI on the year. And the Padres, a 1-0 lead. So, one of you is doing clips still for scoring, right? That would be awesome if you are. Thank you, sir. Framil Reyes will come up to the box. Reyes, the all-time home run hitter in San Diego Padres history, 280 career home runs. Enters play this season hitting .288. 20 round trippers and 59 RBI. Two-two pitch. Slapped over to first where Javier has it. Covering at first is Bueller. He'll get there in time and the side will be retired. Yuna Kim's leadoff double produces an RBI from Fernando Tatis. Half an inning in the books here. Padres will get one. Brewers are coming up. eMLB Cardinals equals MLB Mariners. Oh, there might be some truth to that. Bottom of the first here from American Family Clubhouse. Here it is day number 3 of a 4-day sim. And we get ready for some Saturday afternoon baseball. Half an inning in the books, 1-0. Here come the Padres to the field. Let's look at their defensive alignments. Jesus Sanchez is your left fielder. The defensive-minded Yuna Kim is in center field. Framil Reyes is your right fielder. Fernando Tatis is your third baseman. Asher Kim at short. Both are Gold Glove winners. Marco Luciano's pretty efficient second baseman himself. Matt Wallner will be your first baseman today. Allison Quintero is your catcher. Behind the dish, on the hill, Connor Siebold, the 30-year-old from Newport Beach, California. Besides Montreal, what is the other city receiving an eMLB team? I am pleased to tell you that team number 32 is going to be announced at the eMLB All-Star Game. Coming soon. eMLB All-Star Game, team number 32 will be announced. Of course, the Montreal Expos are team number 31, one of two teams for the eMLB universe to expand next season. Looking forward to that announcement, but the eMLB All-Star Game just before the draft will be the day that we announce officially the brand new team to be added. And I want to thank all the members of the expansion committee for their efforts on helping us put this together, because we've been doing a lot of work. Alrighty, Connor Siebold, the 30-year-old from Newport Beach, California. 13th appearance on the year. He's 7-2 with a 3.97 ERA. 70 1/3 innings of work. He's given up 74 hits, 31 earned runs. I'm good at that, aren't I, Pirate? Had a lot of practice over 22 years. He's walked 27 and struck out 73 to this point. It's his fourth start this season as a member of the Padres. Of course, he got traded at the start of this month in exchange for Francisco Mejia and the Mountaineer Dan Walker, community creative player of Brendan. But I have so much time on so much on your plate, you'd love to be a GM of any online league, especially given the expansion here. Well, you know, you're always welcome here to hang out, and you're always welcome to just be a virtual player, which you can create extras, but you can also just focus on Ryan Tecker as well. All right, Siebold, 4-pitch pitcher, your fastball, curveball, changeup, and a splitter. He is ready to go, and that means Bryce Turang, the Speed Demon, will get us started. Turang, 26-year-old, 5th year in the majors, 7-game hit streak coming into this one, gets his average up to 274 on the year, 3 home runs, 21 RBI. We were promoted 1,100 times, which I still don't know what that means. 0-1 pitch, grounded over to short, easy play for Asher Kim. He'll throw to retire Turang for the first out. 1 out now, and another speed threat in Akil Badu will come in. Can't wait until we get our eMLB team-themed esports gamer shirts. You know, merch has always been a thought, but then I keep wondering, who the heck would buy it? All right, if there's interest, I'll seriously look at it. Got to get my kid active in some way, shape, or form, right? We'll see what we can do there. Saw that at the bottom of the stream. I think that just means that 1,100 people had the stream in the recommended channel section or something like that. Okay. Badu, the 27-year-old from Conyers, Georgia, hitting .296 on the year with 6 homers and 24 RBI. Kitty Cat Dance shirts. So, Andrew, I wanted to make your life a little easier as you're my YouTube editor, and I'm planning on retiring the Kitty Cat Dance. I figure that's one less thing for you to edit. I'm going to hate doing it, but I also figure that, like earlier we had, it's 12 seconds long that I have the clip run, but, you know, it slows things down. I love it, but at the same time, I know it's a nuisance on your end. So, I don't know. Might have to just outright retire it because it's a copyright infringement. 3-2 pitch to Badu from Siebold. Rolls it over to second, where Marco Luciano is there. He'll make the play for the second out. Well, that's the point. It takes YouTube a while to process, which means it takes an extra step. Now, I know when we do the sexy play of the day, that ain't going away. But I don't know. Just thinking I should be a little bit more efficient stream-wise. We'll see. We'll see. I've been seriously thinking of it, but I also figure, you know what's coming in play. You know what will be there in place of it. Evil does not wear a bonnet. Period. I mean, it's the only most logical thing to have. Maybe have the eMLB lettering be written out of a ball of yarn on the shirt. Can we get a Seether update for Careless Whisper? Doesn't have the same effect with it's the sax. It's not about Careless Whisper, it's about the sax. That's all it is. It's sexy. Anyway, Darius McKenzie, community created player of DMAC himself. 303 average this year for the shortstop. 20 home runs, 53 RBI for the big 6'3" right-hander from Lewisburg, Tennessee. 1-1 pitch to DMAC. He's going to get under that, lift it to center field. Una Kim ranges over to her right. Pulls it in. It's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for Connor Siebel. Side is retired. 1 inning done. If you haven't bet yet and you can hear my voice, you're still eligible, but you're into the 2nd inning now, which means you can only win 50 balls of yarn if you're right. Remember, balls of yarn are the currency of the Fluffy Kitty Ninjas show. They're the lifeblood of this eMLB universe. And silly me, I didn't even mention, for every 1,000 balls of yarn you have, which you can use the points command to see how many you possess. For every 1,000 balls of yarn you possess, you can trade those in and get a boost. Boosts are small, but they help you further develop your player in this universe. Don't forget, for every 5,000 balls of yarn you've got, you can always summon Lion-O and the rest of the Thundercats to get you an extra boost. You get, for the price of 5, you get an extra. You get 6. Some people prefer that. Make your selection. How about the new song? If you're too shy, let me know. Can't place it right in my head offhand, but that don't mean anything. There's many things I can't place in my head, like where did I leave my glasses? So, anyway. Top of the 2nd, we go. Shamar Hosky will start us off. Matty Wallner, Marco Luciano are scheduled up to take on Walker Buehler. We'll start this top of the 2nd with Hosky, recently acquired from New York. The former Met, hitting .235 on the year with 18 home runs and 42 RBI. He has hit .290 since joining the Padres. Three-two pitch. Called strike 3 with the slider on the inside. Hosky didn't like the call. Gotta think he's got a case there, as Johnny Stewart probably helped egg on that called strike 3. Nonetheless, it's the first strikeout on the day from Walker Buehler. It'll be Shamar Hosky as the victim. 1 out now. And here comes the frequent flyer mileage specialist, Matt Wallner. Wallner, 3rd straight season. He has been traded mid-season. The Padre, 28-year-old from Forest Lake, Minnesota, enters play, hitting .244 this year with 9 home runs, 32 RBI. Just 174 this month of June. He is 3 for 6 with 2 home runs in his career against Walker Buehler, though. 1-0 pitch to him. Gets jammed, pops it up left side. Calling for it is Nolan Arenado. DMAC is in the neighborhood, as is Quintero. Or Stewart, that is. I just need an excuse to hit that once in a while. And when they all gaggle together, that's the time. Arenado makes the catch. We've got 2 outs now. Marco Luciano will be the batter. The second baseman, .290 average this year with 10 home runs and 35 runs batted in. Full count pitch from Buehler. Called strike 3, fastball outer half, and he will go down.
Fatality.
98-mile-an-hour fastball will ring up Luciano. 1, 2, 3, go the Padres. Bottom of the second coming up. 1-0 San Diego here on a Coffee with the Commish Sunday. You got your Java? I do. Bottom of the second we go. Last chance for you to get 50 balls of yarn for a right selection. 3 outs left. Don't forget, you've got until the end of the third inning to bet in today's game. Bets are not with real money. It's with balls of yarn. Don't forget, if you get the right team, you can win 50 balls of yarn. And if you nail the number of runs the winning team scores as well, 50 more balls of yarn. 1,000 balls of yarn gets you a boost. Bottom of the second, that means Christian Yelich, followed by Nolan Arenado. Russell Burke will be scheduled up. Yelich, 34-year-old from Thousand Oaks, California. 296 average on the year with 10 round trippers, 26 RBI. $40 million player, has a player option next year. Well, you got to assume he's going to be in Milwaukee at least one more season. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss right through the 96-mile-an-hour pitch. First strikeout on the day for Seabold as he will send down Yelich. We've got 1 out. That'll put Nolan Arenado into the box. Arenado, 266 average on the season. 25 home runs, which is near the top, if not the top, in the National League, and 64 runs batted in. AmFam looks different. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I sure hope that it is AmFam, right? It says it is. Please tell me it's not off, because now that you say that, it looks kind of generic. Some bitch. It is, ain't it? Now that you say that, I think you're right. I'm going to have to look into that. Is it a case of just connecting, just using Miller Park but calling it an American Family? I have no clue. That's been his team's problem, says Jason. Yeah, it does look ugly now that you mention it. Shoot. All right, well, guess what? We're at Spring Training Ballpark. No, we're not. I couldn't help myself. Alrighty, Arenado, 25 home runs this year, 498 in his career. He's 31st all time with that number, the 0-1 pitch. Hard shot over to third, ranged well over Tatis. He'll rocket it to first to retire Arenado for the second out. Case of reloading the 3D model. Yeah, unfortunately, can't do that until later though. So, but that is another thing to do. I'm just making the note here so I don't forget, because that will be done after hockey later today. It's ugly, but it's not RFK Stadium ugly. You mean, it's ugly, it's not RFK Stadium ugly, but it is Candlestick Park ugly, right? That's what you meant to say. Memorial Stadium. Indeed. All right, 2 outs now. Here comes the rookie Russell Burke, a 1.0 transplant. I do know where to go. Just didn't think I'd have to because you thought it would be preloaded, but we'll get her fixed. Russell Burke, 21-year-old from Charlton, Massachusetts, enters play .339 on the season. 7 home runs, 21 RBI. 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3 with the curveball. Will send with the changeup, excuse me. Will send him down. Side is retired. Another 3 up, 3 down. Second inning flies quickly. We'll go to the third, which means Last chance. Last chance for you guys to bet. If you've not bet yet today and you want to do so, now's the time to do it. That'll help you work on creating your community created players. We'll start with the number 8 hitter. It's Jesus Armando Sanchez. Only time I'll give him his full name credit in his first at bat. Sanchez, the lefty from the Dominican, 270 average this season, 6 home runs, 28 RBI. 7th year in the majors form, has a 10-game hitting streak. He enters play hitting .393 in this month of June. Full count pitch. Watches all the way, called strike 3. Buehler suddenly gobbling up the strikeouts there as he retires Sanchez with a 96-mile-an-hour pitch. 1 out. Alison Quintero, the 26-year-old from Venezuela. Been around for 4 seasons now with the Padres. Didn't play in the majors last year. If I remember right, didn't he have a long injury? Or did he just suck? No, I think it was a case that he sucked. Who knows? Who knows? 282 average this year for Quintero with a home run and 12 RBI. First pitch he sees, he will lift it into left field. Coming over, moving there, getting in time is Christian Yelich. He booked it first, then realized he was going to get there in time as he misjudged the floatiness of that ball. Makes the catch. 2 outs. 2 outs back to the top of the order. The only person with a hit on the day is now in the box. It's Yuna Kim, the Queen of Diamonds. Girl power, all that good stuff. Had a double and then scored off of Tatis. 1-0 pitch to Yuna. That's into center field again. Almost similar. It's going to get down. Badu's going to chase after it. Kim's going to think too again. Going to get in there without a throw over to second. Another stand-up double for Yuna Kim. Second on the day. 15 now on the season. Yuna seems to have Walker Buehler's number. Tried to go with an 88-mile-an-hour pitch away, and she just deposits it where no one is for another double. 2 outs now. Big brother Asher comes in. The 23-year-old is 0 for 1 today. He popped up over to first base in his first at bat. 2-1 pitch. Rolled it over to third. There is, Arenado. Almost said McKenzie. He will make the catch. That will retire the side. 2.5 are in the books. Yuna Kim is stranded at second. We'll go to the bottom of the third. 3 outs left for you to put in your bet on today. Last chance to do so. Bottom of the third. That means bottom third of the Milwaukee order will come to bat here against Connor Siebel. We'll start it off with Mike Ciani, followed by Wander Javier and Johnny Stewart. Mike Ciani, the right fielder from Glenside, Pennsylvania. The 26-year-old is hitting .273 this season. He has 3 home runs and 11 RBI. Two, 1 pitch coming from Siebel. Down the third base side. That's going to get by Tatis, who tried to backhand it. Ciani is thinking of going for 2 as the throw comes in from Sanchez. Not going to be in time as he gets in by about a foot. It was close. The tag is applied, but not in time. We have a leadoff double for Mike Ciani. His 14th double on the year. First hit on the day for the Brewers. And with nobody out, the first baseman, Wander Javier, will be the batter. Javier, 27-year-old from the Dominican, is hitting .259 this year. 4 home runs, 17 RBI. And Javier loves hitting 8th in 47 at-bats. He's a .319 hitter this season. Ugh. Something is in my left eye here. Hold on. How many fingers am I holding up? 5? Okay, I'm good. 1-0 pitch. Line shot up the middle. Javier has got another hit. Taking the corner, heading for home is Ciane. He will score. Moving up to second, reading the play well is Javier. RBI single. And the Brewers will tie this game up at 1. Javier's 18th RBI on the year. And with nobody out, here comes the catcher, Johnny Stewart. Getting a little blurred vision there for a moment, but I think I'm fine. Stewart, 23-year-old rookie from Connorsville, Indiana. Just a 185 average to this point with 6 home runs, 14 runs batted in. It's a third-round draft pick in 2022 by the Rangers out of North Carolina, the Tar Heels. The 1-1 pitch. Gonna lift it towards right center field. Yuna Kim ranges over to her left. She will make the catch. Staying at second, playing it safe is Javier. We've got 1 out now. Back to the top of the order we go. Bryce Turang is your batter, 0 for 1 today. The 1-0 towards center. Another opportunity for Yuna Kim, this time to her right. Ranges over. She will make the catch again. Now 2 outs. 2 outs. Akil Baddoo, 0 for 1 today. The 2-2 pitch. Call strike 3, swung over the... Oh, call strike 3, swung over it. So obviously it's a strikeout, commish. Durr.
Next.
That's 3 strikeouts on the day now for Seabold as he will retire the side. 3 outs. Bottom of the third. No more bets. Your bets are in. Thank you again, Minerva, for keeping track of those for me today in Sadier's absence. We will go to the 4th inning now. It's a 1-1 ball game as Walker Buehler comes back in for his 4th inning. We've got Tatis from Reyes, Shamar Hosky scheduled up against Walker Buehler. Tatis 0 for 1, did get a ground out RBI. Now 1 for 22 lifetime against Walker Buehler. That 1 hit, a homer. The 1-2 pitch. Grounded to third, right at Nolan Arenado. He'll throw to first. Third baseman throws out fellow third baseman. And 1 out now. Thanks for lurking, Tim. Just be sure to tell us when you're back. I'm kidding. Have a good Sunday. From Reyes will be your batter, Reyes, 0 for 1. Full count pitch. Swing and a miss.
Emotional damage.
60 times this season, Reyes has struck out. Yeah, that's emotional damage, especially when it's a 100-mile-an-hour pitch. 4 strikeouts today for Walker Buehler. We've got 2 outs now here, top of the 4th. Shamar Hosky will try to do some damage. He is 0 for 1. A 1 pitch to left field on a line, and this is gonna 1-hop right into the glove of Yelich. It's a base hit right at Yelich, but no chance for him to get there. He'll just deposit it on the catch. Hosky has his first hit on the day, continues to be a better hitter here since joining the Padres. 2 outs now, runner at first. Matty Wallner comes to the dish. He is 0 for 1 today. 1-2 count. Called strike 3, fooled with the off speed. pitch, and he will go down.
Next.
That is 4 strikeouts on the day now, if not 5 for Bueller. Maybe it's 5. It's 5 strikeouts for Bueller because he's 2 strikeouts away from 1,200 career. Side is retired. Bottom of the 4th. It's still 1-1. Bottom of the 4th, we go. 3, 4, 5 hitters due up for the Brewers. An impressive group. Darius McKenzie, Christian Yelich, Nolan Arenado due up. We'll start with McKenzie, 0 for 1. First pitch from Seabold's going to be hit into right field. He'll get a base hit on that one. Reyes gave it a chase, won't get to it. It will drop in. McKenzie will stop over at first with the base hit, his first on the day. 3 now for the Brewers. 1 on, nobody out. Christian Yelich, your batter, 0 for 1. The 1-2. Over to third, diving stop, beautiful play over there at third by Fernando Tatis. What a play, that could have easily been extra bases. Instead, you know, it's just a little sexy. eMLB sexy play of the day, courtesy of Fernando Tatis. He makes a diving stop on a scorcher by Yelich. Yelich definitely looks to the sky on that one as he was thinking extras. Instead, it's going to be the first out here in the 4th. Nolan Arenado will be the hitter. Arenado 0 for 1. Hi, Attica. That didn't work. I was wondering what that was. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Fools him with the changeup, and he goes down. 4 strikeouts today for Connor Seabold. He retires Arenado for the second out. With 2 outs now, Russell Burke, the power hitter, will be up. He's 0 for 1. 3-0 pitch. This is outside. It's a 4-pitch walk.
Just a bit outside.
First walk by either side today. Burke gets aboard. 2 on now with 2 outs. And Mike Ciani had a double down the left field line. He's 1 for 1. Two-one pitch. Jams him inside. It's going to be lifted to center field. Yuna Kim is going to come in. Makes the catch, and that will retire the side. The Brewers will leave 2 aboard here. We'll go 1 more inning before I take the break. Yeah, I could wait a little longer on the coffee reload. So with that, we'll switch to Journey of the Starters, brought to you by Kamish's Drink of Choice. It's my Java. And I am drinking today Cafe Verona from Starbucks with Italian sweet cream from Coffee Mate. The next coffee after the break will have the Bailey's Irish Cream. Walker Bueller, 4 innings of work thus far for him. 3 hits, 1 earned run. He hasn't walked anyone, and he struck out 5 to this point. 63 pitches into his outing so far today. He's got the bottom third of the order here for this top 5. We'll start with Michael Luciano, 0 for 1. The 1-1. Down towards first. Well positioned is Javier. He'll go step on the bag. It's a 3U if you're keeping score at home. 1 out. 1 out now. Jesus Sanchez, your batter. 0 for 1. The 1-0 pitch. It's going to lift it to right field. Settling under it. Mike Ciani makes the catch. That will retire the side for the second out. 2 outs now. Allison Quintero will come to the plate. Quintero today, 0 for 1. 3-1 pitch. Just inside. Thought he had strike 2, but Quintero will earn the walk. Gets down to first with 2 outs, a runner aboard. The Yuna Kim, the Queen of Diamonds, 2 doubles today. Scored back in the first. The 2-1 pitch. It's in there, called strike. The attempt over at second. In time, they're gonna throw him out. Trying to make the run on it was Quintero. Don't know if it was a Bosch hit and run. Quintero has some wheels, but it's going to be caught stealing, and that retires the side. Bottom of the 5th, we will now go. It's still tied at 1. One more time, journey of the starters for Connor Siebold. 4 innings of work, 3 hits, 1 earned run, walked 1, struck out 4, thrown 61 pitches to this point. Bottom 5 we go. It's Wander Javier starting us off. 8th, 9-1 hitters due up. Javier is 1 for 1. Had a base RBI single in his first at bat. First pitch from Siebold. Swinging bunt right in front where Quintero has to run out for it. Quick snap throw to first in time to get Javier for the out. 1 out now. Johnny Stewart is your batter, the rookie, 0 for 1. One, 2 pitch. Grounded to short. Easy play there for Asher Kim. Throws to first to retire the catcher for the second out. 2 outs now, third time around, or going around for the order for the third time, I meant to say. Bryce Terang will start us off, 0 for 2. The 2-2 pitch. Grounded to short, another chance for Asher Kim. Hard throw over to first. That will retire the side. Brewers go down in order. We will take our break and reload the coffee. When we come back, we'll look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Leading off the top of the 6 will be the Kim family and Fernando Tatis. It's Coffee with the Commish. It's the eMLB Universe. We'll be right back. Back live Sunday morning edition of Coffee with the Commish here and the Fluffy Kitty Ninjas show. Let's get back to eMLB action. Before we do that, let's look around the universe and see what's going on with your favorite eMLB team at this moment. Top of the 6th in Baltimore. Orioles are leading the Cardinals 1-0 in a pretty good pitching matchup out there as well. It's bottom of the 7th at Rockies, well, at Coors Field, I should say. Rockies Stadium. Coors Field. It is the Giants leading that one 6-4. Again, bottom of the 7th in that one. Yankees are up 2-0 in the top of the 6th against the Athletics. That is Alex Green, who got his 7th home run on the year. There were 2 on for the Yankees as they try to extend the lead. Just 1 hit allowed so far for the Athletics. It's bottom of the 5th, Citi Field. The Mets are leading 2-0 against the world champion Nationals. Jackson Miller gets his 4th home run in that one so far. Alex Bregman has gone deep for his 7th time this year as he helps the Tigers have a 4-1 lead. Got the coffee hiccups halfway through that game. It's 4-1 Tigers over the Rays. Top 6, Great American Ballpark, 1-0 lead for the Dodgers, thanks to Heston Kjerstad's 7th home run on the year. Feel like play 7s for your lottery at this particular moment, it seems. Rest of the games are in action with the exception of one final earlier today. White Sox defeating Toronto by a 5-1 score. Omar Fernandez gets his 4th win on the year. Jacob Lagunas, community credit player, and Ian Happ with home runs for the White Sox. Rest of the games are out of town. That's the Red Sox taking on the Astros, Miami against Atlanta, Seattle in Texas, Chicago against the Pirates, and the Angels hosting the Royals. Back here at American Family Fieldhouse, we're going to the 6th inning. 5 innings of good work from both of our starting pitchers as we go top of the 677 pitches for Walker Buehler. He's got the top of the order, Yuna Kim, Asher Kim, Fernando Tatis, Yuna, 2 for 2, 2 doubles, 1 run scored. A full count pitch, 3-2. Lips it to right field. Mike Ciotti waits for it, makes the catch, 1 out. 1 out now. Asher Kim will come to the plate. Asher today, quiet, 0 for 2. He also struggles against Walker Buehler now, 1 for 13 lifetime. The 1-0 pitch, here it comes. Over to third, down the line, well positioned there. Arenado has to make a hard throw over to first in time to get Asher for the 2nd out. 2 outs now. Tatis Jr. comes back, 0 for 2 today. Did get the ground out RBI to McKenzie. It's short back in the 1st. Now 1 for 23 against Buehler. 0-2 pitch. Up and in, gets him hard. 96 on the gun with a cutter. 6 strikeouts on the day now for Walker Buehler. Side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Pods. Bottom of the 6th coming up. 1-1 here. All right, bottom of the 6th, Connor Siebel has 71 pitches thrown so far. He'll go for his 6th inning of work. He's got the 2, 3, 4 hitters. Badu, McKenzie, and Yelich due up. Badu, 0 for 2 today. Three-two pitch. To left field, goes against the shift. That one's going to get down, and it's going to be a base hit for Badu. He had been a little bit of a slump here of late, but he'll deposit that one as he goes with a pitch away. 3-2 pitch. Pretty well positioned in the zone. He just gets a better swing on it. He'll get his first hit on the day, and the Brewers have a leadoff runner here in the bottom of the 6th. That'll bring in D-Mac. Darius McKenzie, 1 for 2 today. The 1-2 to right field. Moving over. Plenty of room, making the catch from Reyes. Has it for the 1st out. Badu will stay at first. We'll keep an eye on him. 15 stolen bases this season for Badu in 16 attempts. Forgot. He's pretty good at this. In fact, his career stolen base success rating in 77 attempts, he's 67 for 77. That's an 87% success rate. Pog, I see you just boosted Reddit. Or at least added that to your account. Still don't know if you're planning to make a player or not. But anyway. Yelich is your batter. Yelich, 1 out, 1 on. He's 0 for 2 today. Full count pitch. Hard shot to center field. This one's going to get down for the base hit. He scorched that ball into center field. Badu, despite his speed, will stop at second. Yuna Kim gets that ball in pretty quickly. That's 2 on now with 1 out. Here comes Nolan Arenado. Arenado, 0 for 2 today. Not yet, Brendan. Shift is on. I just noticed Roberto Osuna comes in. There's a diving attempt. That one's going to get in. It's a base hit. My apologies because it's not managed. I only noticed too late that Roberto Osuna came in. The day is done for Connor Siebold. He is responsible for two of the runners. Roberto Osuna, the 31-year-old from Mexico, from Juan Jose Rios. 23rd appearance on the year for him. 2-3 with a 5.48 ERA, one save to his credit. Gone 21 and a third innings, allowing now his 21st hit. 13 earned runs, while 2 have been homers. He's walked 3 and struck out 18. He throws the upper 90s fastball, slider, cutter, and a changeup. 12 seasons in the majors for Osuna. He's been with Toronto, with Houston, with Tampa, and with the Padres. So Arenado gets the base hit. Bases are now loaded. 1 out. Here comes Russell Burke. Burke is 2 for 4. He already has a grand slam in his career. 6 RBI in this situation. 1 out. Bases loaded. The 0-1 pitch. Look out! It's gonna clip him, and that is the way this lead will be broken up. 94-mile-an-hour fastball is gonna get Burke. It'll drive in a run, his 22nd RBI on the year, and it's now 2-1. Mike Ciani will now be the batter. Ciani 1 for 2 today with a double, 0 for 2 this season in bases loaded situations. One 0 pitch into right field. That one's going to be a base hit. 1 run's going to score. That is all. Yelich will come in. Arenado will stop at third. Not the fastest guy. RBI single, Mike Ciani, his second hit on the day. And the Brewers will take a 3-1 lead. Ciani's 12th RBI on the season. Thank you, Dem Brew. Now I'm keeping you busy. Bases remain loaded. That run, those 2 runs were charged to Connor Siebold. His book is now closed. 3 earned runs allowed in 5 1/3. Wander Javier will be your batter. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI today. 1 for 3 with 3 RBIs on the year in bases loaded. 2-1 pitch towards center field. Still going back. Yuna Kim will make the catch. Here comes the play at the plate. It's not going to be in time. I couldn't tell from the graphic. It's going to be a sac fly off the bat of Wander Javier, as scoring is Arenado. Burke will scoot up to third on the play. It's now 4-1 as Wander Javier gets his second RBI on the day. 19 on the season now for him. That'll put Johnny Stewart into the situation. Stewart, runners at the corners. 0 for 2 today. That run was charged to Roberto Osuna, by the way. The 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Got caught looking. Side will finally be retired, but the Brewers will capitalize, drive Connor Siebold from this game, and put 3 on the board. We'll go to the 7th inning. It's now Brewers 4 and the Padres 1. And with that, the day is going to be done for Walker Buehler. He will leave with the lead in line to win his 8th game on the year. That'll bring in the bullpen. The first person out will be Jimmy Sherfy. Surf and Turf, as he's known, the 34-year-old from Camarillo, California. He is 2-1 on the year with a 5.48 ERA. 21st appearance on the year, excuse me. 23 innings of work. He's given up 21 hits, 14 earned runs. He's allowed 3 homers. He has walked 13, struck out 21 to this point. 3-pitch pitcher. He will throw the fastball in the mid-upper 90s, curveball, and a changeup. 10 seasons in the majors for Sherfy. Started with Arizona, been with Houston and Kansas City. Your bullpen can be an adventure, he says. Do we have that stat? I think we do. Bullpen 4.80 ERA coming into this one. That's good for 11th in the National League. Franmil Reyes will be the first to greet him. Reyes 0 for 2, 4 for 11 lifetime though. Oh, the good news is Fernando Tatis Jr. got contained by Buehler, another 0 for 3. He's now 1 for 24 lifetime. 3-1 pitch. Up and in. Ooh, thought he had a strike, but it's ball 4. It's a leadoff walk issued by Sherfy. Reyes is at first. 1 out. Shmar Hosky, the batter. Hosky, 1 for 2 today. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. 96 away, and he can't get it.
Fatality.
First strikeout for Jimmy Sherfy. 1 out here, top of the 7th. Matt Wallner comes in, just 1 at bat against Sherfy lifetime. He's 1 for 1. Today, 0 for 2 though. 3-1 pitch. Just outside, a ball 4. The tying run is going to come to the plate. 2 walks issued by Sherfy. Marco Luciano will try to do some damage here. 0 for 2 today. Represents the tying run at the dish. The 1-1 pitch. That one's going to get by. I think that's a pass ball being charged. Runners will move up 90 feet. Let's confirm that. Pass ball issued to the rookie Stewart. Reyes gets the 3rd. Wallner now to 2nd. We got 1 out. Count is now 2-1. The pitch grounded to short. There is McKenzie. He'll throw to first to get the out, but Reyes will come in to score. It's going to be an RBI ground out on the play for Marco Luciano. 36th RBI. Cuts into the lead. It's 4-2 now. That will be it for Sherfy. And here comes the lefty, Robbie Ray. Ray, the 34-year-old from Brentwood, Tennessee. 5-1 this year with a 5.7 ERA. 36th appearance on the season for Ray. 47 1/3 innings of work, giving up 54 hits, 30 earned runs. He has allowed 9 homers. He has walked 23 and struck out 65. He has the strikeout pitch going. Throws the low mid-90s fastball, hard slider coming in on the righties, and a curveball. Ray inherits Wallner at 2nd, 2 outs. Keston Hiura comes in as a pinch hitter. Hiura from Los Angeles, 265 average on the year, 2 home runs, 25 RBI. Hiura is a former Brewer. The 2-1 pitch. This one gets away. That's a wild pitch, not a second pass ball by Stewart. It's a Wild pitch charge to Ray. Wallner gets the third. 3-1 pitch. F in the chat for Robbie Ray. The 3-2. To center. Moving over. Gilbadou makes the catch to his right. That will retire the side. And the inning is over. Padres will only get a run in that instance. It's 6.5 in the books. That means it's bottom of the seventh, gang. You know what that means.
I was born to love you. I was born to lick your face. I was born to rub you. But you were born to rub me first.
Seventh inning stretch here on the Fluffy Kitty Ninjas show. We've had a good one so far today. It's been the Brewers taking on the Padres. Padres have been doing well of late. 15 out of their last 20 have been won. But as we go bottom of the seventh, they trail this one 4-2. We'll go bottom of the seventh now. Roberto Osuna still out there. He's got top of the order. Bryce Terang, Akil Baddoo, Darius McKenzie scheduled up. Hold on. Sorry, just had to make sure I sent a message out to someone. All right, we go bottom of the seventh. Bryce Terang is your batter. Terang 0-for-3 today. This is the 1-2 from Osuna. Got him with the slider on the outer half. Beautiful pitch, and he can't get it. Second strikeout on the day now for Roberto Osuna. We got one out, bottom of the seventh. Akil Baddoo comes in. Baddoo had a base hit to center in his last at bat, 1-for-3. The 1-2 pitch. Lifts it to center again. Kim coming in. Will get there in time to make the catch for the second out. 2 outs. Darius McKenzie, your batter. McKenzie today, 1-for-3. The 1-1 pitch. Towards center field. This one will drop and be in for a hit. Wide corner taken by D-Mac. He will stop over at first, and he continues to look pretty good there. Second hit on the day for him. And with 2 outs, 1 on, we'll get a new pitcher coming in. Third pitcher on the day for the Padres. It will be Aaron Ashby, the left-hander. Ashby, 28-year-old from Kansas City, Missouri. Makes his 27th appearance on the year. Doesn't have a record, but an impressive 2.15 ERA over 37 2/3 innings of work. Allowed 29 hits, 9 earned runs, just 1 has been a homer. He's walked 17. He struck out 41. Throws low mid-90s with the fastball. Works a solid curveball and changeup in there. 7-year veteran, former Milwaukee Brewer in his first 3 years. Spent his last 3 with Cleveland before joining San Diego this season. Should mention he was brought here in a trade for Danny Johnson. Ashby's ready to go. Yelich will be the batter he faces with McKenzie at first. Yelich is 1-for-3 today, but 0-for-3 against Ashby. The 1-0. It's in there for a strike. The throw down to second is not going to be in time. Darius McKenzie's going to get a stolen base. Darius McKenzie does not steal often, but in this instance, he will go for it. He gets his 3rd steal in 4 attempts this year, and he will be in scoring position as they try to add some extra insurance. Just the 10th career stolen base for Darius McKenzie in 4 seasons. The 2-2. Grounded back towards the mound. Left side gonna have to hurry. Ashby gets there. The quick throw to first. Not gonna be in time as Yelich flew down the line, seeing the play develop. He will get in to first. McKenzie stops at third. Good infield hit for Yelich. Now 9 on the day for the Brewers. Runners at the corners now. Nolan Arenado wants to really cut this one open with one swing of the bat. He is 1 for 3 today, 1 for 7 lifetime against Ashby. Three-two pitch. Called strike 3 as he looked at it all the way. Thought it was ball 4. No chance, sir.
Where's the kaboom? There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
The only kaboom is Arenado's heart as he realized he should have gone after it. But 7 innings are in the books. No further score for the Brewers. They still take a 4-2 lead into the 8th. Robbie Ray will stay on the hill here through 6 pitches so far. Allison Quintero, Yuna Kim, Asher Kim, due up here in the top of the 8th. Quintero, 0 for 1 today. Waits the 3-2 pitch. Jams him inside, called strike 3. That's the first strikeout for Robbie Ray. We've got 1 out here. Yuna Kim will come to the plate now. Kim, 2 for 3 today, both against Walker Buehler. One pitch towards right field. This is going to get down for a base hit. Kim takes a wide corner, was thinking for a third double, but will not get too greedy. She'll stay at first. Third hit on the day for Yuna. Only 4 hits on the day for the Padres. Runner at first, 1 out, tying run to the plate. Asher Kim is the batter. 0 for 3 today. 4 for 10 lifetime against Robbie Ray. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Swings late at the curveball and he goes down.
I cannot hit curveball. Straight ball, I hit it very much. Curveball, that's our friend.
I didn't know a little toddler could sound like Pedro Serrano, but Asher Kim suddenly does. Goes down by the strikeout. Second strikeout on the day for Robbie Ray. We've got 2 outs now for Fernando Tatis. Tatis is happy he's not got Walker Buehler. He's 0 for 3 today. 3 for 13 against Robbie Ray with a couple home runs. The 0-2 pitch. Lifted to left field, coming in, making the diving stop is Christian Yelich to rob Tatis and retire the side. More sexiness, please. This one coming from Christian Yelich, robbing Tatis. Gorgeous play. Side is retired. Bottom of the 8th, we will go. It is 4-2 Milwaukee still. 4th pitcher on the day now for the Padres. Yaisel Sierra, the former Dodger, will be the next one up. 35-year-old from Cuba. Going to make his 33rd appearance on the year. 3-1 with a 3.38 ERA. 42 2/3 innings of work. He's given up 34 hits, 16 earned runs, allowing 4 homers. He's walked 19 and been good with the strikeout pitch, striking out 48 throughout the year. Throws 3 pitches, low mid-90s on the fastball, works a pretty good changeup, deceptive changeup, and a slider. 8th year in the majors now for Sierra. Burke, Ciani, Javier are due up for the Brewers here, bottom of the 8th. Burke is your batter. 0 for 1, had a painful bases loaded hit by pitch to drive in a run. 3-2 pitch. Gonna ground it over to second. Pretty easy play there for Luciano. Throws to Wallner for the out. With 1 out now, Mike Ciani will be your batter. Ciani, 2 for 3 today with an RBI. Lifetime 0 for 9 against Sierra. 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Nasty slider gets the outer half, and he will go down. Bat just stayed right on the shoulders there. 2 outs now. Wander Javier's had a good day of production. Half of the Milwaukee runs have been off of his bat. 1 for 2 with an RBI. Oh, 1 pitch. Towards right center field. Yuna Kim, good range over there. Makes it look easy. Makes the catch. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the bottom of the 8th. Good work from Yazel Sierra. Nothing doing for the Brewers. We'll go to the 9th. Last chance for the Padres. They trail 4-2. Top of the 9th we go, and it's closing time here in Milwaukee. Here comes Steve Parkerson, the 24-year-old from Stockton, California. He will make his 28th appearance on the year. Yes, he will. 28th appearance on the year. No record. 16 saves to his credit and a 1.97 ERA to this point. 32 innings of work. Given up 27 hits, 7 earned runs. 4 of those were homers. He's walked 4. Struck out 36 to this point. Upper 90s, can touch 100 occasionally with the fastball. Really sharp curveball. The curveball may be the better pitch because of it. He'll occasionally throw a changeup as well. 3rd season in the majors for Parkerson. 41 saves to his credit last year. As he looks for save number 17 today. Yes, save number 17. Yes. From El Reyes, Shamar Hosky, Matt Wallner will be the first ones to try to wreck it. We'll start with Reyes, 0 for 2 today. Also 0 for 2 against Parkerson. Full count pitch, gonna make him work. To center field, but right at Akil Badu. Oh wait, that's Phil Aiken now. Never mind, we have some adjustments. Let's look at the defensive alignments. Akil Badu stayed in this game. He moves over to left field. Christian Yelich has been removed from the game. Phil Aiken comes in as a defensive replacement. He just made that play that you saw. So again, Yelich out, Aiken in, Badu over to left. 1 out now. Shamar Hosky is your batter. Hosky, 1 for 3 today. Just an 0 for 1 experience against Parkerson. The 2-2 pitch. Slaps it towards right field. This one is hooking down the line. Making the catch right near the line is Mike Ciani. He had a ways to go, but he had a good read on it off the bat. He will make the catch, and the Padres are down to their final out. Matt Wallner will try to not be it. 0 for 2 today. 1 for 4 against Steve Parkerson. 0-1 pitch coming up with the shift on. Grounded right to first, right into the shift. Wander Javier will step on the bag, and that will retire the side and end the ball game. Walker Buehler will get his 8th win on the year as he continues his comeback from the torn flexor elbow that cost him most of last season. As we look at the box score, yay bullpen, says Jason. Brewers will beat the Padres 4-2. Padres came into this one winning 15 of their last 20. Brewers again have now gone 8 games over 500 since their slow start in the month of April. So since May 1st, 8 games over 500. 4 hits on the day for the Padres, 3 of them off the bat of Yuna Kim, including 2 doubles by her. She scored one of the 2 runs. Only other hit was Shamar Hosky's hit. I had to get up at 6 this morning to get my kid to work. So much for sleeping in on a Sunday. Shamar Hosky is the only other person to get a hit on the day. Padres were pretty quiet with the offense for a team top 5 in both batting and pitching. For Milwaukee, Darius McKenzie was 2 for 4 today. Akil Baddoo 1 for 4 and scored a run. Christian Yelich 2 for 4 and scoring a run. Nolan Arenado 1 for 4 scoring a run. Russell Burke 0 for 2. He had a hit by pitch RBI with bases loaded. Why do people bet for the favorite when the underground wins 87.33% of the time? Who knows? Mike Ciani had a good day, 2 for 4. He had a double. He had an RBI. He scored a run. Wander Javier, probably the most productive batter of his time, 1 for 3. He had a sac fly as well as the RBI single back in the 3rd. Let's see. Darius McKenzie had a stolen base. Here's your pitching matchups. It came as advertised. Walker Buehler earns the victory. 6 innings of work, 3 hits, 1 earned run. He walked 1, struck out 6. Probably could have gone another. They decide to call it a day for him. It works out. Jimmy Sherfy gets the hold. Robbie Ray gets the hold through an inning and 3rd. Hold on. Had a call coming in. Robbie Ray gets the hold, win an inning and a 3rd, allowing a hit, striking out 2. Steve Parkerson got the perfect 9th inning for his 17th save on the season. Padres' Connor Siebold didn't pitch terribly, although when he left in the 6th, he left a couple runners that ended up scoring. 5 1/3 innings of work, 5 hits, 3 earned runs. He walked 1. Struck out 4. He ends up now going to 7-3 on the season, 2-2 as a member of the Padres. Roberto Osuna came in, ended up dealing with bases loaded afterwards, inning and 3rd, 3 hits, 1 earned run. He did strike out 2. Aaron Ashby came in, allowed 1 hit, but struck out the other batter he faced, and then Yaisel Sierra came in and pitched a perfect 8th inning with a strikeout. Walker Buehler, you think? Player of the day? Walker Buehler. Yep. All right, so made the note. I've got to fix the graphic so that we don't see generic boring ballpark next time. Because that sucks. Okay, let's look at scores around the universe on the day. Looks like we had a rainout. We had 2 rainouts. We'll go to those in a moment. First, White Sox defeating the Jays in the middle of the day, 5-1. You got in at the last minute. Well, better to come in than not at all. We are glad to have you here, JC. Again, White Sox will defeat the Blue Jays in early afternoon action. Omar Fernandez earns the victory and was player of the game. 4-5 on the year now for him. Again, White Sox winning 5-1. Ian Happ is 9th. Jacob Laguna's community credit player got his 3rd. Cardinals defeating the Orioles 5-1. Tom Zapuki earning the W. 5-4 on the year. Had help from Benny the Jet Rodriguez and Andrew Alexander. Couple community credit players. Rodriguez is 13th. Alexander's 12th on the year. Cardinals now 2 games over 500. Yankees defeated the Athletics today 3-0. Bob Thomas looked pretty impressive on the mound for the Yanks. gets to 3-3 on the year. Down camping with the boys in his Cub Scout pack. No cell reception at all. Yeah, I hear you. My wife had co-commish at a Girl Scout event earlier. Excuse me. They were painting pumpkins at a adult daycare facility, so they were making new friends. Anyway, I see people talking about their games, so I'm going to do my recap. Tigers will win in extra innings against the Rays 6-5. Both sides scored runs in the 12th. The Rays got 3 in the top of the ninth to send it to extras, but the Tigers will hold on and earn the victory. Riley Green, Alex Bregman with home runs in the victory. Red Sox will defeat the Astros 6-4. Bob Tyler will get his second win of the year, second win of his career. Mookie Betts gets his 20th on the year. Community credit player Ethan Price, nicknamed Zomp, I met him in Simulated Hockey League, gets his first career home run. Grayson Rowan, community credit player of Ben's, got his 15th. Rangers defeating the Mariners 6-5. Matt Festa gets the victory, now 2-3 on the year. Las Totaros, Pepe Clark gets his 10th. Serrano want to bat because they have 25 home runs, pretty much. Royals will defeat the Angels 5-4. Zach Lothar earns the W in that one. He's 2-3 on the season. Devin Watts gets his 11th. Shula Sean Clisby will take the loss in that one. He falls to 10-2. Did get help from Shohei Ohtani, but not enough. Ohtani's 22nd home run of the season. Indians and Twins were rained out. It'll be a double header on the Sunday sim, which will be done offline. In the National League, Giants will defeat the Rockies 6-4. Ethan Candela, the knuckleballer, improves to 12-2 on the year. RJ Frere earns his 18th save on the season. Dodgers will defeat the Reds 9-3. That is, not Hank, Freddie Peralta. I was going to say, first I was like, Hank, no, Wandy, no, Freddie. Ah, jump. 3-4 home runs for the Dodgers. Heston Kjerstad went deep once. Cody Bellinger went twice. And Charlie Dillard, the Dill Bomber, also went deep for Bellinger and Dillard each, now with 25 home runs this year. Trey Griffey got his 22nd in the losing effort. The game you saw here, Brewers defeating the Padres 4-2. Walker Buehler defeating Connor Seabold. Buehler improves to 8-3. Seabold falls to 7-3. Mets defeat the Nationals 4-3 in walk-off fashion. The Polar Bear, Pete Alonso. Polar Bear fell on me. Got his 23rd in the victory. Braves defeat the Marlins 8-2. Ian Anderson will get his 4th win on the year. The Braves got homers from Austin Riley, Freddie Freeman, and Ron Carney. Freeman with his 20th on the season. Pirates defeat the Cubs 9-1. Cody Koshin did it all. He won the game to go to 3-4, and he hit his 12th home run on the year as a two-way player. Barry Bonds Jr. also with a homer, his 13th. Final other game on the calendar was the Diamondbacks and Phillies. That one was also rained out. There will be 2 double headers on tomorrow's, or on the next sim day that I do. However, this works perfectly. I wanted to try to be done by 1. And that's pretty much right about what I will get to do. So, yay. So no, the schedule is not going to be normal until I'm ready for the draft, and I am far from ready. I'm working as diligently as I can. I'm doing the athletics right now when I'm off stream. And again, what I'm doing is I'm adding real-life players, not in the file, or players who were bums, never made it in the majors, or even players that are in foreign leagues that never made the majors here, basically. So I'm trying to get those players in. I'm only doing the American League this season. As soon as we get to the draft, or as soon as I declare the draft official, and I start adding more players, I will be adding the National League immediately in. So again, a big cluster of players, real-life players, 1.0ers, some, not many, making fictional rosters, and of course you guys and your community-created players. So still got at least 250 more players to put in. But no, some are going to be fictionally generated by Out of the Park because I cannot just take all that time. But until I get it done, I'm doing no 7-day streams to buy myself extra time. So I'm keeping content, I'm keeping us moving. I just slowed the process so that I can get the file, or at least the draft pool, in a way that I like. That's on me. I'll take it if that's getting too slow for people. But after this last day is simmed, we will go to 3 days on Tuesday. So again, this Tuesday coming, 7 o'clock, it will be a 3-day sim. It is intended to be a 4-day sim on Thursday. I have to double check my calendar to make sure Thursdays all of a sudden have been busy. Oh yes, the intention is, to answer that question, I am intending to have a normal stream schedule this week. I just have to double check the calendar. It's just a busy window of kid activities and stuff right now. And until my daughter gets her own license, I'm also her taxi, and that's what happened last Thursday. My wife was way too sick, so she's better. She's better. She was having more of her stomach issues as well as just being outright tired. So I ended up making it ended up being 45 minutes. So it was going to be midstream, so it didn't make sense to stream at all. But as I said, it allowed me to get, since then, I've gotten around 40 players added to the pool, and those are real life players. So I'm almost done with Oakland, and I'm going to add more fictional, and then I'm going to do the last 2 teams. So I've got 2 more teams in the American League to complete, and then I'll have gotten all the American League players not in the file, or players that did not made the majors but would have their original doppelgangers did not. They're getting second life. Again, that was the intent on doing what I'm doing here. So I'm OCD about those things. I can't tell you how nuts I am about it. All right, I think we will go raid Kappa. So we'll raid Kappa as I get ready to part. I've got to go to my son's hockey game. Hopefully he will be better. Newtbar, as in Lars Newtbar? Well, I think he's a National Leaguer, so National Leaguer is going to be added for the 2027 draft. That much I know. Anyway, back to our litter box I go. Left kitty ninjas do assassinate, and you're looking at their victim. Next time I can find some glue and tape, I'll put my head back on straight, and we will be back in front of you. Tuesday night, 7 o'clock Eastern Time is our next scheduled broadcast. We've got 3 days ahead of us. Don't know who our game of the day will be yet, but we hope it will be a good one, as we saw today. Had a good battle. Good pitching battle as hoped for. Connor Siebold, he did okay. Just didn't get any luck. Walker Buehler, getting the job done and showing that torn flexor elbow that he had last year has not affected him too terribly. All right, over to Kappa we go. Appreciate you joining me on the raid. As a reminder, how you think directs your life. When you think your best, you're going to be your best, so please go and do your best. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We will hope to see you this Tuesday. Thanks for being here. Appreciate all the time, all the bits, follows, subs, donations, everything you guys are kind enough to do. We'll see you soon. Make it a great one. Peace.
You jackass!